Duke wins. Fatality.
That it's all lies. Woke up, I realized that it's all lies. Woke up, I realized that it's all lies. Nowadays, everyone living artificial. I wish the truth would hit you, but you believe what you issue. Punching everything that they give you, it's on your menu. It ain't always beneficial, yo, remember who against you. They fill the hood with lead, and I ain't talking about no pencil. They wanna poison your mental, what do it take to convince you? Your body is your temple, yo, knowledge is essential. It's hard to get to college, but not to cop a pistol. The problem's getting worse, and it's probably the system. We all go through that struggle, every color of the prism. You won't make it far with the mentality of a victim. Don't take it to the heart, it's just simple criticism. They selling us the guns to go fund a private prison. Hollywood produce the violence that they show into the children.
What is up, fam? Alright, so that was Legendary Duke. I kind of made some visuals to it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Gonna do a little bit lighter of a stream. I know I kind of was a little high strung last time, so I'm gonna relax on this one. Still, I'm still gonna got some information for you guys, let you guys know what's going on, and definitely get that out. I will be putting the link to the hangout in a minute. Sent that out to Dre, see if he's still up. I kind of went on a little bit later than I wanted to, but still gonna do it. But yeah, like I said, I'm still gonna go over this whole ocean fertilizing thing because it is a big deal to me, and also I wanted to make sure everyone gets an understanding of what's going on and what they're telling us, and kind of give a little bit more justification to why I feel the way I do about it. I was told earlier something that I cold-heartedly believe is probably the best advice I've gotten in a long, long time, and that was why do I debate with these Globers about geoengineering and all this other stuff going on, and I realized right off the bat, I was like, damn, you're right. So I'm done trying to convince people. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna basically, my plan is to go to these council meetings. Every state has them, the city halls and all that stuff. They go out, and the public can go to these hearings and speak their mind. And so I've decided to do that. In doing that, I found out when the dates are going to be. So for me here in San Diego, the next environmental council meeting will be on, I think it is October 8th. So on the 8th, I plan on doing that, and I can videotape it, or I'm sorry, I can record it, and I'll bring that up and ask some questions to why they're not being accountable for what's going on, because I want answers. Everyone here probably wants answers, and it's getting ridiculous that we're not. But with that said, what up, Dre? How you doing, sir?
Chitlins. What's up, brother? How you been, man?
Good, good. Researching my ass off and come to the conclusion that I gotta relax, because last stream I got real high strung and
You almost had an aneurysm?
almost, man. It was pretty fucking close.
You ain't bust no O-rings, did you?
No, I'm good. I'm good. But before we say, what's up, Effie? Cows Bees? I don't know how to pronounce your name. I apologize. Labra 61 star. What up, Jason? That's people in the chat.
Okay.
Getting started. Yeah. So you know much about this ocean fertilization stuff?
Ocean fertilization. What the fuck are they fertilizing the ocean with?
Oh
I
man.
mean, I'm sure they're probably seeding it with all kind of neat stuff to help out with their weather modification and all that shit.
Ooh, my friend, it is beyond weather modification. Weather modification is legal. They're allowed to do that.
Well, everything's fucking legal because they make the rules.
Yeah. So check this out. Okay, so this is actually good. So I can actually express what it is. I can let you know, inform you, and I'm calm today. I smoked like 2 months before I got on. I was like, I'm not getting high strung on this one. So ocean fertilization. You know plankton, like the little microbes and shit.
Yeah.
So they figured out, mind you, I think it was probably about 40 years ago, that they bloom, basically, reproduce and all that stuff. They flourish if you add iron to them. If you add iron to the ocean, they reproduce. I mean, quick style, like
red tide.
Yes, I mean, red tide times 10. So basically, what they do is they've been dumping iron for the past 10, 15 years consistently to promote this, what they call photoplankton. And the reason for this is because when these things, flourish, they actually absorb CO2 in the atmosphere. Low atmosphere in the water. So, or less, and then
don't they deplete the oxygen levels?
No, just CO2.
In the water?
CO2. Yeah, yes. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, I'll get to that. So basically, what happens is there's so much of this happening that they blanket the top of the ocean, which, stops promoting the photosynthesis.
Yes.
So, in doing that, they figured out that they could collect the CO2 because, they can collect the photoplankton. And phytoplankton. Thank you, sir. And with that, they decided, well, if we're collecting it, what do we do with it? Well, got to store it somewhere. So what they did is they figured out how to liquefy the CO2. Now, they had two choices. One choice is find the deepest areas of the ocean, and because CO2 liquefied is denser than water, they'd be able to basically put this stuff in large pockets in deep ocean waters.
Oh, dude, come on.
Okay, well, hey, that's not the first option they chose doing.
Nah. I just kind of got this vision. I can kind of see where this is going already. Like, yeah, just go ahead, man. You're fucking me up.
Okay, so their other choice was, and this is the choice they're doing, and I also figured out why they're doing this. So, all you deniers, if you want to ask, I know exactly why. What they decided is, or actually Obama signed this into to a bill. They found 22 locations in the United States, and mind you, this is going on over the whole world, but I'm just going to use the United States for right now. They found 22 places in the United States that they could drill and store liquefied CO2 underground. 7,000 feet underground. They basically, so anybody who knows what fracking is, they reverse frack basically. So instead of pulling the stuff out, they put it in.
Put it back in. These motherfuckers.
This is anyone who's denying this happening. I'm telling you right now. Google it. It's called CCS, carbon capturing sequestration.
Sequestering.
Thank you. Or storage. It's to the point now where they're building power plants around this. And here's a kicker. They're building power plants around it, adding these CCS systems to basically use the CO2, carbon dioxide, to run the plants. The problem is, and here's the big problem, they produce more CO2 than they're using up or distinguishing of. And then I realized, what's that? Why are they putting so much effort into this? Because mind you, global warming, climate change, because the CO2 levels is bullshit, the numbers are so minuscule. It is ridiculous. You weren't here for the video. Oh, so I could play a video, but I gotta redo the whole thing. Something happened with my OBS, and half the video actions I have stopped working completely.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's up with that. But basically, oh man, okay, hang on. So basically what happens is they burn more CO2, and it's actually insanely dangerous. And I have the reports, people. I have the reports of what happens when this stuff basically malfunctions or leaks from these storage containment areas. And you'll be surprised to where they're at. So what ended up happening is, we know about fracking. Fracking, it gets into the drinking water. Anyone who knows about Flint, Michigan, knows how bad that can be. They were lighting their fucking faucet water with lighters on fire.
Yep.
And we're not bullshitting. This is news reports. There's data showing, like, it is insanely bad.
I've seen live video, not live videos, but videos where people were like literally lighting their fucking tap water on fire.
I have a friend. She used to live in Flint, and she talked to all her family, and all her family said one thing and one thing only: we don't know what we're gonna do because all the drinking water is bought up out of the stores. That's how scared people were to use their tap water. They weren't showering. They weren't doing anything that had anything to do with their water until somebody said it's safe to. It's fucking crazy. So these storage areas for the CO2, they're giving us the guides that it's 100% safe. 100% safe. 1 second, because my chat just went disabled.
These fucking people are sick.
Yeah, okay. Now, let me check my signal real quick, because I'm looking at the watch page, and it just told me my signal went out. Oh, well, no, because I'm good.
I can actually see the chat right now. Everything looks good in the chat. I mean, it's, it looks normal.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, so, and I have images and all this stuff. I kind of just wanted to give you a rundown of what's going on. So fracking, we know, can get in the drinking water. Induces earthquakes, right? And the wonderful deniers of this is so great. I'm going to show you guys a conversation I had on Gmail today.
Idiots.
So
to deny shit like this.
Oh yeah. So basically, like I said, what they're doing is reverse fracking, and they're under the guidelines that when they pump this stuff into the ground, that it's 100% safe. And it's the greatest thing when they said, a lot of the people heard the video already. Actually, let's play that real quick. You can get to the YouTube part so you can see it, right? Because I hate sharing on Hangouts.
Yeah, I can. I'll be able to see it on the YouTube side without it hanging up. I'm pretty sure, because I was just looking at the. Yeah, I should be all right.
All right, because I'm gonna play just a 1 minute video of basically what they're doing, and it's insane.
and they're pumping the CO2 into the fucking ground.
Liquefied CO2, and when it's done, I'll explain to you exactly how much BS is behind it. 1 second, let me get this up real quick. All right. Yeah, so it's basically the worst case scenario when it comes to what can we do for this quote unquote climate change shit. And that's when I started digging deeper. I was like, if they're making more CO2, say, disposing of this CO2, I don't see how this is making any sense. Man, when you guys find out why they're doing this, you're going to shit yourselves.
They probably want to displace the people and get them the fuck up out of there. It's probably linked to Agenda 21 or whatever they turned it to, I would imagine.
Oh, you'll see. You'll see. Oh, it just boggles my fucking mind when it comes to reasons these people do shit. All right, so get this to fit real quick. All right, here we go, peeps. I know you can't hear anything. I'm doing it right now.
And that's why we built Quest at our Scotford upgrader. The upgrader turns thick, heavy oil from the oil sands, called bitumen, into synthetic crude that can then be refined into everyday products like gasoline and jet fuel. Shell uses hydrogen to upgrade the bitumen to a lighter oil, but making hydrogen creates carbon dioxide, or CO2. Quest captures the CO2 from the upgrader's hydrogen manufacturing plants with a product called amine that absorbs the CO2. The CO2 is then separated from the amine and pressurized to turn the CO2 gas into a liquid that can be transported by pipelines 65 kilometers north to 3 well sites. At the wells, the liquid CO2 is injected more than 2 kilometers underground into a layer of rock filled with interconnected pores. The CO2 becomes trapped within the pores and locked in under many layers of solid watertight rock. Constant monitoring both above and below ground makes sure the CO2 stays safely and permanently in place. Quest is on track to capture and store over 1 million tons of CO2 every year. That's equivalent to the emissions from about 250,000 cars. We know that up here, carbon dioxide is a big problem, but we believe deep down there lies an important part of the solution.
I was
Oh.
no, I was playing that video. The video was so loud in my ears I could barely hear you, so I didn't know what you were saying. But basically,
Yeah, no, I mean, you can't see nothing. If you were playing it on the screen, it never showed up.
on the YouTube,
Yeah,
real shit.
yeah.
The hell,
real shit.
man.
All I see is like you got the question mark, the joint with the little question mark over in the corner,
Yeah.
and then you got it looks like three. Basically, it looks like 3 screens or 3 watch boxes or whatever you want to call them, but only one of them has your Frontline emblem in it, and the other 2 boxes are empty.
Shit. Damn, I thought it was playing. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, I see. Now I could hear it when I was saying hello or whatever. I could hear them saying some shit about CO2 and whatever, but it never showed no video or nothing.
Oh, damn it. Hang on.
But it was real low.
Yeah, I'm not, man. I don't know what the fuck is up with my OBS, but it was like, because I have like basically a playlist of videos, and I have 5 of them in my little thing, and it's not one of them. Like, here, I'll even show you guys. This is how crazy this shit is.
Yeah, nothing came up on the screen though.
So basically, if you guys, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys can see it now.
Nah,
Hang on.
don't see shit.
How people do that shit and make it work? Oh, I see. Perfect. Okay, so I'll go to here. All right, so in this list that you guys are looking at, basically, I go to to my videos, and the last 4 all have basically, I think about. Why can't you fucking see it?
Oh, now I can see. You know why I couldn't see it? My bad, because the little, the bar, the red bar that says live, that shit was like maybe
There you
10
go.
minutes behind or some shit. So I'm
Okay,
bad.
okay, I see.
That's me.
Okay, so all these little things that say VLC video sources, these all have, I'd say, 6 videos each in them. And this is what happens when I click on them now. No properties available. I have no idea why.
They scrubbed your shit.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
The motherfuckers don't want you. Motherfuckers don't want you showing that shit. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
yeah, so that's basically why I have to like find all these videos again that I've been finding already. I think I have some.
Do you download them when you find them?
Yeah, yeah, they're
Oh,
from my files. They're not. I don't share them or anything like that. That way, some of them I have to put my description, but for the most time I don't have to because I download them and they're not. And sometimes the
okay.
algorithm doesn't catch them, but I don't really care
Right.
because I fucking take the strike. I don't care. Um, that's why like right now I'm like trying to find stuff that makes this makes sense. All right. So basically, those are all the plants. Oh, so wait, you saw that? Did you get to see the video?
Nah, because if I push play, I'm pretty sure if I push play, it might disconnect. I'm gonna try it. If it disconnects me, I'll just get reconnected.
All right, no worries. Yeah, because there's actually a couple other videos I wanted to play, so that I had ready to go. Let's see.
This is
There we go. Oh man, this is so aggravating right now. I hate and that's the thing. I had all these things set up yesterday, and I had to restart it all over. It's fucking crazy. So basically, wait. So what's up, Cow? They are not messing, Sean. They are just no longer in the directory. They previously were. My OBS does the same. But I don't even have the VLC options anymore. Did OBS take that off? I'm talking to someone in the chat, Trey, just so you know. Yeah, because that doesn't make sense. But let me get back on track with this. Yeah, so I got the other video up. Let me go ahead and set it up the size so it doesn't overtake the whole damn screen. And this is basically a better description of what the CCS is. Wait, what? Wait, so they're trying to make people pay for OBS now. That is fucking insane. Kiss some ass with that. I'm gonna go over to OBS Streamlab. Yeah, but see, OBS has always been under the guise of being free. That's fucking crazy to me. Wow, I had no idea. All right, so this video is gonna be a better look into what the carbon capturing is, and you'll see instantly how it's fracking in reverse.
This is our world. Over the next 40 years, the global population will grow from 7 to 9 billion people. And by 2030, our energy demand will have risen by 50%. Today, fossil fuels, coal, gas and oil, supply 80% of the world's energy needs. A reality that is set to continue for decades to come, until renewables become our main source of energy. But here's the problem. When we burn fossil fuels, we emit enormous quantities of carbon dioxide, or CO2, too much of which leads to global warming and the irreversible effects of climate change. So how can this be avoided? As a first step, we need to cut our expected emissions by 50% over the next 20 years, and that's not much time. A solution is greater energy efficiency, more renewables, and CO2 capture and storage, or CCS, a technology which has the potential to capture half the world's current CO2 emissions. And here's how it works. Most of these emissions come from power plants, heavy industry, and refineries, the largest emitters of CO2. CCS can capture at least 90% of these CO2 emissions before it's transported in liquid form by pipeline or ship and stored safely and permanently far below the Earth's surface. This process simply imitates how nature has stored oil, gas, and CO2 for millions of years. But CCS must be deployed rapidly and widely, or we won't reduce our emissions on time. That's why this combination of CCS, renewables, and energy efficiency will lead us to the sustainable energy systems of the future. ZEP, the EU's authority on CCS.
Yeah, so as you guys can see, basically it's literally what I said. It's fracking in reverse. Obviously, the biggest issues they have are, for one, to do all this, they produce CO2. So what they did is they made these new filtration devices called CCSs that basically pulls the carbon out of the process, and anything left over is what they're doing. They're storing it underground, under the guise that it is impossible for it to leak. Here's the problem. Because it's reverse fracking, they're making the cracks, the pressure, it's all being put down there. It's only been about 10-15 years, so they still don't know what will happen in 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. And when I say that, that's under the guise of the amount of pressure that they're putting down into this rock. And they put it into a layer that they believe is solid, which makes no sense. How do you put liquefied stuff into a solid rock?
That shit just made my brain think when you said that.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking insane.
Not only that, but even if you could put some liquid into a fucking solid rock, the shit is not going to stay there forever. It's going to seep out. It's going to escape.
100%.
Fuck.
Let me show you guys, or let me get this pulled up real quick. Here it is, perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this. This is I'm not sure if it's ready to go. Yep, no, it's not. Basically, what you guys are looking at right now is a map of its. And here's the crazy part. This site and many other official sites will tell you that it's there are 22 of these storage areas for this liquefied CO2. The problem is another site will tell you that there's over 125 of these sites around the world. So before I go into why, I want you guys to understand the kind of money, the numbers they're telling us, and just the fucking sheer insanity of this. All right, so like I said, this is the map of everything. So let's go over this real quick. This is the first power plant to basically use this system, right? Boundary Dam in Canada. So this place basically is proposed and claimed to have 90% emissions from a 110 megawatt coal unit plus 1 million tons from a power plant chimney. All of the carbon can be captured. Total capacity is 824 megawatt. Total emissions are 6.17 million tons. That's the amount of tonnage they plan to be able to put in the ground. 6.7 million tonnage. Overall, they only are able to capture 15% of the CO2 it produces. Here's the wonderful part about this. This place, where is it? Let me see. So this place was shut down. Didn't last. Where is it? I have the report right here. Gotta pull it up. Like I said, I had everything, and now I have to start over because my OBS is gone crazy. I'll tell you exactly why this place shut down for no damn reason. Perfect, there it is. I know exactly why. There you go. What the fuck are you eating now?
I eat, well, I'm lying. I'm just eating some cookies, man.
Alright, so the reason this place shut down was... Where is it? Okay, so it says 2015. Okay, so in 2015, internal documents from Sekpor revealed that there were serious design issues in the carbon capture system, resulting in a regular breakdown and maintenance problems that led to unit only operating at 40% of the time. Right? So, remember that 15% I said? No, well, 40% of that 15 was actually being operational.
Captured.
Yeah. So just in that alone, that meant that 60% of what they were producing
Is escaping.
and 9% of what they were supposed to be capturing was escaping.
What the fuck? They might as well not even capture the shit.
Oh, yeah, pretty much exactly. And at the same time they were doing this, right? Through Obama's bills that he passed, they were collecting $25 per tonnage.
Getting the subsidy from the government.
Yep.
To fuck up.
Uh-huh.
These motherfuckers ain't shit.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
see where the next one is, because it gets better. Oh, wait until you guys see this, because this one... This is another one. Yep, here it is. So this one is the Kemper County, Mississippi power plant. You ready for this one? This place you're looking at the most expensive power plant ever made. Ever. Its grand total is $7.5 billion. You ready for this? Construction started in 2010. As of 2018, it still is not operational. Not only is it non-operational, it has nothing to do with carbon capturing anymore because it couldn't figure out the systems and the systems kept malfunctioning. It is now a natural gas power plant.
Fucking money pit.
And they don't have to pay any of that back. Of that 7.5...
And guess where all that money comes from? The fucking taxpayers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're going to love this. Of that 7.5 billion, they had to pay it back, but they only had to pay $200,000.
Out of the $7.5 billion?
Yep. And that money was basically to pay off the write-up. And not a write-up for fucking up. The write-up for...
administrative costs.
For the permission.
That's basically what it is, administrative fees.
Yep, because what they had to do is they had to burn off the excess coal they had. They got fined for that. Insane.
That is some bullshit, and that money probably went into some fucking politician's pocket and shit.
Most likely. Then we come to the next one. The Petra Nova CCS project in Texas. This one is actually had the most state-of-the-art system. This was actually a system a third generation CCS system. This one, let me see, where's their issues? Because they all have issues. The issue with this one was, looking on my little sheet right now. Okay, here it is. Perfect. The issue with this one was that they're idiots. So basically what happens to this place is, where is it? Okay, so basically, they were to, it was built in 2015. It was supposed to go online. It is 2017, and they're still not online. Not only are they not online, but this place also had the first, as I consider it, actually recorded leak in the systems that they were where they're storing it underground. They lost, what's the number? They lost 4% of a 6 million tonnage pocket.
I don't even know what fucking 4% of 6 million tons is, but it's a lot.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't either. But you're right, it's a fucking lot, and it just goes on and on.
Shit is insane. How can they? Once they had a fucking issue with one, those other ones shouldn't even been. They should have fucking stopped because they all use the same fucking design. I'm sure it might not be exactly the same, but the basic system is the same. That's some bullshit.
Oh yeah, big time. The company on the page right now, Alberta Carbon Truck Line. I'm not sure if you guys heard about this. I'm almost 1,000% positive you did. Yet they didn't talk about it for this reason. You guys remember those protesters that stopped a pipeline from being put in, like through Wyoming and some other places up there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is it. This is where it started in Canada. It stopped at the border because too many people got in the way.
Yeah, people were fighting it.
Yep. Well,
this has got something to do with that Dakota pipeline. Is this what that's connected to?
yes. Well,
Probably.
it's supposed to in the future, but this is where it starts at. This company, the Canadian, well, look, God, I'm not Canadian. This company got a $6 billion promissory note from the government.
Man.
Mm-hmm. This company, the Eden Fertilizer in Oklahoma, they've been open since '82. They produce 0.7 million tonnage of carbon dioxide, so they're getting a scrubber. That's what I call them, basically. Basically the CCS systems. But and the list goes on, and this is just the 22 that they're putting in this page, and the people that oversee it is these guys, IPCC, the Intergovernmental Panel of Climate Change. These guys are the biggest frauds on the face of this fucking planet because they're promoting all these systems as climate change solvers. Now, you guys ready to hear the real reason they're doing all this?
They're fucking it up.
And I'm not sure if anybody noticed it while I was scrolling through here, because this is why I was scrolling through so fast, so I wouldn't give away the wonderful reason why. Where is it so I can highlight it? The reason they're doing all this is right here. Captured emissions will be used to enhance oil recovery. And I went, what? I don't get it. Well, this is exactly why they're doing it. So basically what happens, okay, I have the document, but I'm gonna tell you right now until I can find it. Basically what happens is they find these oil wells and they suck all the oil up, right? Well, they're pockets of oil that they can't get. Using liquefied CO2 gives them an extra 60 to 80% oil that they couldn't get. This whole CO2 capturing bullshit and storage is 100% for them motherfuckers to increase their profits by increasing the oil that they are able to pull out of the ground.
That's fucking sick. Man, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. We shouldn't even be fucking using oil no more. This is the crazy thing that kills me is like these motherfuckers keep pushing this, oh, CO2 capture emissions, blah blah blah, global warming. Well, motherfuckers, switch over to the switch over to the electric shit and the solar shit and all the other technologies that we have at our disposal, and they go do some dumb shit like this.
Yep. So that IPCC, the ones that oversee all this, they predicted that capturing 60,000 million tonnage would produce a scale of 15 times that of the world's current oil industry. This whole motherfucking thing, climate change, global warming, what are we gonna do, is over oil.
All right, so wait, let me. I'm trying to wrap my mind around this because, all right, so basically, they're they're basically in a nutshell. So if hypothetically, just say that oil was supposed to run out in fucking 5 years, they're doing would extend that run out date to like 20 years, more or less. That's what they're doing, or pretty much that's what they're saying, because they're going to be able to extend the extraction process and get oil that they normally wouldn't be able to get to.
You ready for this? That
Yeah, no. Well, I'm asking you. That's pretty. I mean, is that
in a
kind of
nutshell.
like, am I on base with saying that?
No, not at all. The problem is your numbers are way
No, I
off.
said, am I on base?
Oh, you're
Well, I'm just
100%,
using. I'm
100%.
just using low numbers just to kind of. All right. So this now to me, now that I'm thinking about it, to me, this is all a part of that fucking hoax or whatever. In the first place, that oil is a finite fucking thing that, once it's depleted, there is no more, which is bullshit. It's the oil. Fucking earth is just like the blood in your body. It replenishes itself pretty much. They can empty out a fucking oil well, and just as soon as they empty the motherfucker out, it'll fill back up. They just hop from spot to spot, and when it fills back up, they go back to it. They're just coming up with this bullshit to keep this whole fucking notion going that, oh, it's something that's in, it's scarce. They got to keep attaching this scarcity fucking label to everything. That's what these motherfuckers are doing.
Yeah, and it's insane. So basically, what they don't tell us, and if you do a little digging, you'll find out, we get all our oil from the Middle East. The reason we get our oil from the Middle East is it's actually cheaper. But here in the United States alone, and
We got a lot of oil.
and who'd have thought the Bushes, our former presidents, actually own a lot of these industry, or these fields. Yeah, we have probably, I'd say, if I remember correctly, because it's been a while since I looked, but I think we have about 20 times the annual amount Middle East produces a year. And all the oil we pump here, it's just they package it up and hide it away. They don't sell it, they don't use it at all. They just sit on it.
New York City's got a whole shitload of fucking oil under it.
Yep. It's crazy. So in my brain, I'm going, I don't get why they were doing all this. And like I said, last night I came across that website, and every single one of those power plants that they're under the guides of, saving the planet, bullshit. Every fucking end of paragraph said to enhance oil recovery.
Yeah.
And that's when I moved on, and it went, yep, liquefied CO2. Basically, you guys have seen the ocean under the ocean videos and pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's basically the same thing that happens. They figured out that they can liquefy the CO2, and it's denser than water, so everything will sit on top of it, and that's exactly what happened with the water.
See, but then that to me, that opens up a whole new fucking can of worms, because now you're introducing another fluid that is not water into a system where it doesn't belong. You're gonna start altering ocean currents and ocean temperatures and things of this nature, which in turn will alter weather patterns. And it's like they got this shit set up to the point now where just by them putting that into the water alone, they might not even have to do certain things to make these fucking storms as ravenous as they are, because just for the simple fact that they change or possibly could be changing ocean current temperatures and all this other bullshit, that alone will affect the types of fucking storms we get. We see that shit every day
Uh-huh.
now.
Yeah, and I'll get into that big time. For question in the chat that's pretty important. Manufactured lack. It's not to make oil. It's to
Extract more of it.
recover more of it. So imagine
Right.
you fill a bowl with oil and you just dump it out real quick. It's going to have that layer that that sticks to the sides. Well, basically, liquefying CO2 and adding it to these pockets brings it
Pushes that oil out.
Yeah, it basically makes it so the oil won't stick, so they can actually gain the recovery of more oil. So what they figured out is they're able to get basically 60 to 80% more oil by just doing this alone.
It kind of seems like they're cutting it. They're basically, it's like paint thinner. They add it and it fucking
Yes.
probably changes the viscosity of the oil. It makes it flow through the crevices more and whatever. It makes them easy recover, and then you separate the fucking CO2 from the oil, and then they eject the CO2.
Yes.
These motherfuckers are sick.
And remember, our gas prices are going up. In reality, they're actually gaining product and having to do less work for it now.
And then they're gonna turn around and smack your ass with a carbon tax too.
Yep. Remember, and here's the kicker to this all. To do this, they have to geoengineer the ocean. Ocean fertilization. It messes with the climate. It messes with on a large scale. Here's the problem. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard me say this. It's illegal under the UN treaty. You can look it up. It's called the Biodiversity Convention Treaty. It bans all geoengineering because they don't know what will happen down the road. It hasn't been
They
around.
know.
No.
You know
See,
what?
that's the thing they don't know. They don't
But
know
listen.
what will happen in 20 years, 25 years because of what they're doing.
That's true. But listen to this. Peep this though. Isn't it the CO2 that they claim is escaping from beneath the ice that's melting the ice, the permafrost and all that bullshit? As that CO2 dissolves and it comes to the surface, that's what helps contribute to the melting of the ice.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if you remember, but we had ice, the ice melt off and
30
shit.
fucking miles of it. No,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
collapse. How
And
about
then-
the collapse?
Yeah, and then it melted off. Well, guess what? That's what nature fucking does.
Yeah,
The-
it's
the-
speeding it up.
Yeah, well, the thing is there's remember, this is all just bullshit. You know how there's a side that says global warming is crap, and then the other side's like global warming and the CO2 is insane. It's crap, 100% crap. It's all based on oil. Because remember, when I first started this, people, I was like, I don't, how is the CO2 an issue? Then I found these council meetings and right off the bat, the guy says the number for how much CO2 is in our atmosphere, and the number is 0.044. It's very minuscule. I've heard fucking people, in the government saying 25, 44%.
Bullshit.
Even if you did the decimal thing, it would be 4.4%. And that number is in parts per million. It's not like a big number. That is a extremely small number. Extremely small.
Almost imperceptible, like fucking yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And remember, what they're doing with the ocean is they're dumping tons, and I'm talking 200 to 1,000 tons of iron into the ocean. Now, they'll tell you that, hey, iron's safe. And I'm not, iron is relatively safe. But here's the problem. If you have kidney disease, if you have basically internal organ diseases, right? Anything that could fail, iron's extremely dangerous for you. So people who go to the beach, yeah, especially on the West Coast, that's a problem.
I wonder, you know what? I'm wondering now, because like when you go to the beach and you're around like waterfalls and shit like that, that water produces negative ions. I wonder if them adding that iron to that water changes the ionic makeup of the water as far as what it discharges.
100%.
That is fucking crazy.
See, remember, so that phytoplankton, I said it right, haha. Basically, what they do is they absorb the CO2, and then it becomes like a holding tank for them. And mind you guys, they actually have the technology now they got these big ass tanks, like scrubber looking tanks that they put in the ocean that actually collect CO2 now. But what was happening before they started doing this is all the CO2 would basically just go into the atmosphere and disappear. Almost useless for them to try to collect that little amount. But they figured out how to produce more CO2 and not allow it to get into the atmosphere.
See, you know what? I'm starting to like this shit it's kind of worrisome because the atmosphere, just the system alone, the Earth system needs CO2 to function properly, and they're trying to lock it all the fuck away.
Mm-hmm. And you know, remember, all under the guise of how dangerous CO2 is.
See, and from what I understand, it's more dangerous to remove the CO2 from the atmosphere than to produce it. It's not something that's a problem, particularly when you have the trees and shit now. When you decimate the trees and then you pump CO2 into the atmosphere, yeah, it could be an issue. But now they're, between them removing all the fucking trees, ain't no damn nature, ain't no nature left. They remove all the fucking trees and then they take the CO2 out and lock it away under fucking water. They trying to blow the spot.
It's crazy.
They trying to do, man.
And like I said, it gets me so damn flustered I can't even think. There is no logical reason for this except for their pockets. Now, I remember I was going, this weather modification, this cloud seeding shit, it has to be something. Because remember, it just came out of nowhere. It wasn't like, hey guys, we're gonna try this out. No, it is a multi-billion-dollar company or industry in the past 5 years. Now, the crazy part about it, I'm going, why are they so open about this? It has to be because they're doing atmospheric modification, up in the atmospheres. And I went, but it doesn't make sense. And that's why when I found this, everything makes sense to me of why now. Look up, guys. Everyone, look up. Look what we're doing up here. Because we don't want you to look down there. Now, before I told in the chat, I'm going to open up the panel right now because I know a lot of people had questions. But what I wanted to do is I want you to see what I deal with on a regular basis with people about this topic. And it's so clear how obvious that they're doing this shit. So, so Dre, if you may, I'm not sure if you have to mute. I don't know what you got. It's all text, so you don't really need to go anywhere. But you guys need to see the conversation I had today about this topic. It's fucking insane. Let's see. I don't ever share my Google, so it's kind of hard. I don't remember what I had to do. All right, here we go. Perfect. So, window capture. Here we go. So this, like I said, is the Google Chrome, or Google, what do you call it? Google Plus Hangout. And, let's see. I gotta find it. It was in the, I'm not even sure which one it was in, but I'm sure I can find it pretty quick. All stuff. It's want my stuff, damn it. Oh, perfect. Here it is. So this is another community I'm in, the Geo Fuckery community. And the conversation. So I'm having this conversation with the person called Black Bolt. And basically what I said is exactly this. CCS storage it's fracking reversed. And we all understand that fracking, creates these earthquakes and fucks with the water table. And basically the first response I got from this person was, no, it doesn't. Earthquakes are too massive to just be just something a couple humans can do with some bombs. So I'm not gonna just jump in your ass and be an asshole about it. So I said, you really need to do some research because you're wrong. Even scientists back the fact that fracking induces earthquakes. Next thing to say is, no, it doesn't. I want some links or proof. You need to actually think about what you are saying before you actually try to mindlessly influence people. So I said, okay, perfect. So I put 1, 2, 3 links in the chat or in this conversation. One of which is from the USGS.gov site. These are the people that monitor every earthquake around the world. And they even said that, yes, it does. There are signs of it inducing earthquakes. Understand, people, Oklahoma is not near a fault line. They've received 100 more earthquakes than California does annually now for the past 10 years. And they're not big. Not all of them are big. I think they're in the 2-point-something range. But there are earthquakes where there are no fault lines.
That's that fracking shit.
Yep, 100%. And I say, well, hey, is that proof enough? And this person says, no, it isn't. He said, it's a couple of interviews with some scientists. Give me an actual scientific paper, not people who want to get rid of fracking because of big business.
There ain't even nobody that's studying it on that level to give papers. And even if they did give papers, they're going to suppress whatever detrimental information's in them anyway. So
here's
what
the
the hell's
kicker.
a paper going to do?
There actually are. And the issue is that a couple 1.7s and 2.3 earthquakes don't mean shit to them. Their issue is the groundwater. Because honestly, it's a bigger deal to me. I agree kind of with how much they're boasting about how bad fracking is because of the water table, not so much about the earthquakes, but they do talk about them. And I went, wait. Before I link you to this shit, because I do have all the answers to this, I said, how much fracking information do you know? Because I'm not sure if you guys realize, this all seems like blanket bullshit questioning and denying. It got to the point where it said literally the basic research to understand how it works, because you don't need to know the nuances of it. Basically, shooting a liquid into the ground, sucking it back out, filter it, and then the liquid is somewhat extracted, but normally it isn't, and it's poisonous and normally can leak into groundwater. Not that hard to understand. You act like it's explaining the concept of space-time, which I can do if you need. Basically saying they can do it if I needed to. So I kind of broke this down in my brain. I was like, wait, so you get. Well, first of all, they kind of got a lot of those things mixed up. But yeah, that's basically what fracking is. And then they go through how it's poisonous, and it can leak through into the groundwater. But the earthquake part is just so far-fetched. I guess a couple guys with some bombs can do a lot more shit than this person assumed. It's that's what I'm dealing with.
I don't even know how you can waste your time with these people like that. Like, really, man? That dude's I would break my computer trying to throat punch that guy.
And then this is the last. I didn't even see this response. So I said, laugh out loud so you can explain space and time, yet you can't figure out how fracking induces earthquakes. And this is the comment that I didn't see. So it said, I figured out I think it's a woman. It says, no, it doesn't induce earthquakes. Earthquakes consistently happen, but are so minor that most people don't feel them. But fracking creates a layer of water that can spread and amplify the P waves, basically pressure underground. They don't cause them to just amplify them. Saying they cause them would be a gross overestimate. Okay. Brain hurts. When you put the liquid into the ground, people, and the way fracking works, and also this CCS carbon capturing, it's pressurized. It's not just there. It's pressure. It's building pressure on the ground. And fracking is such a large industry, and they're trying to abstract gases out of the earth. Yeah, there's a shit ton of pressure. That's how it's able to leak out into the groundwater from 7,000 feet below the surface. Yeah, trust me. I'm not. This is not a gross estimate, and I'm not amplifying my numbers. This person is fucking crazy, and this is the average person I deal with, and that's why, like I said, I am no longer arguing with motherfuckers about this shit. I'm going to argue with my councilmen, my councilwomen. Like I said, I'm on November 8th. Let me see, it's November 8th, San Diego, environmental. Where is it? I'm going to a council meeting. I am no longer doing this shit anymore. There's no reason in the world for anybody to argue with these trolls anymore. So stop. We need to get together, and we need to go to our city halls, our council meetings. Like I said, they're fucking public. Because I'm going to mine. I'm going to record it so everybody, you motherfuckers, can see exactly how these people act. Done playing.
Don't try to lock your
ass
up.
I mean, you guys know I love giving the information out, but I'm at the point now where I'm like, and the person that I was talking to earlier in the day, this wonderful person, informed me, hey, why are you arguing? Stop arguing. You need to go to the source. And you guys have no idea how much I appreciate that advice. Holy crap. It opened my eyes up to what I need to be doing instead of this bullshit of arguing with people who don't care. So I'm gonna
spending your energy,
yeah,
and get no result from it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put the link into the chat. So anybody who wants to jump on, build with us. If you have questions, and I know I'm an asshole, so I haven't been in the chat too often. Easiest way is obviously jump on, ask a question. You can jump on, ask the question, and jump off. I don't mind. But it's time. We really gotta do something about this shit, because they are affecting the environment. Fuck this whole CO2 is going to do it. But they're affecting how different the climate worldwide is changing itself. That's why geoengineering is banned, because they don't know what will happen if here in the Pacific Ocean they change how the climate works. What's going to happen in the Atlantic Ocean or in the Midwest? They don't know. It could change everything. For all we know, because of this layer of phytoplankton layering the water, it could warm the water up 10 degrees. You know what will happen
Which feeds storms.
Yep.
The warmer the water, the more vicious the storm.
San Diego, beautiful San Diego, perfect weather. I can start dealing with hurricanes, which means I gotta protect my son from a fucking hurricane? Fuck that. That's what it comes down to.
Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. And just arguing with these assholes drains me. What's up, Ted? How you doing, sir? Guys, I'm looking in the chat now, so if you guys were asking anything, I know I'm an asshole, and I wasn't saying anything or looking at the chat too often, but I'm here now. Jump on the panel, ask me a question. Doesn't matter. I got all the answers now, I think. But yeah, it's insane. What frustrates me is every time I do these streams about it, I forget to talk about stuff because I get so irritated. So I'm now calm again. Said my piece, but yeah, I've never I thought when I realized it flat Earth, it mind fucked me. But then when I figured this out in the last week and a half, you guys have no idea how fucking stressed I am right now, just over this crap. First, you should look to see if your town or city is incorporated. Here's the funny part. Malfunction lack. Yes, Pacific Ocean is actually the major source of where they're doing this ocean fertilization. Right off the coast of San Diego, actually. When it comes, I'm not sure if you were here yesterday or the day before yesterday. They, for weather modification, which is separate, they put these little bullshit information, like letting the people know what they're doing. I'll even show you right now, so you can have a clear understanding of what I'm talking about. Basically, all they gotta do is notify the public. How they notify the public is they put it in the newspaper. Yep, the newspaper.
Bury it somewhere under some bullshit so nobody even sees it.
Wrong one. And it's fucking insane how they do this. Let's see. Trying to find it right now. And gotta look at the. 1 second, I'm gonna look at the Hangout because I can't see it. Right. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to find those notifications of what they're doing. And it is not where I had it. Fuck.
Shit is crazy.
Oh, here it is. Perfect. Okay, so anyone that lives in the Pasadena area, this is your notification of all right, Jason, thanks for stopping by again. When the next time? Let's say what is it, Wednesday? I'll have an upload for this stuff, and it's just going to be me talking. It's not going to be like a big, huge thing, but it's going to lay this whole thing out all into one. I'm already 3/4 of the way done, and I'm doing it like a live stream, so all that jitters and erasing shit ain't going to happen. Wednesday, I promise you guys, all this information is going to be into one upload on Wednesday. All right. Yeah, Dre, I'm going to see if this is going to work. We'll stay connected. Okay, perfect. There it goes.
Damn.
Hear me in the chat, and it's clear. The buffering is stopped. Let me know, because my numbers are good now, and they're staying good.
Yeah, everything sounds legit on this end.
All right. Perfect. There you go. All right. We're good to go again. Unfortunately, I don't know why it does that, but it's all good. And I promise you guys, next live stream will be using it won't be regular OBS. I'm switching over to OBS Streamlab. As far as I know, they even promote they have one to pay for, but there is a free one, and I don't think they bullshit. Because I didn't even get an update about OBS wanting people to pay now. That's fucking crazy. All right, cool. Whew. That was pretty fucking stressful right there.
Yeah.
All right, let me get this. I'm gonna put the link out there again for anybody who wants to jump on real quick. See. Yeah.
Yeah, this shit sound crazy.
All right, numbers are good. I'm sure you hear me loud and clear right now.
Yeah.
Looks good right now. All right, let's go over to the stream and see if it's working. I think we're good. You guys hear me in the chat? Everyone still here?
Yeah, I can hear you nice now.
Awesome. Okay, numbers look good. Solid for now. Holy crap. You shouldn't be buffering, and if it is, you guys may need to. Ooh, hang on. Let me check the numbers. Holy shit. No, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, that completely went to shit. Fuck.
I couldn't even
Can you hear me?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so I don't know how long this is gonna last, people, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream, and I'm gonna start a new one. Hopefully, you guys join me. But basically, what's happening is my OBS is crashing over and over again. Basically, I don't know why.
Wow.
It hasn't done this in forever. Matter of fact, the last time it happened, I actually deleted OBS and started completely over again. But yeah, my OBS is just crashing on me over and over again. Right now, it should be good to go. but I have a bad feeling it's going to crash in the next 5 or 10 seconds. So hopefully you guys can hear me, and you guys follow me. Wait, give me about 2 minutes, and then I'll have a whole new stream back up, and be good to go. Like, I'm setting up a new event right now. I'll play some music until then, because right now it's not crashing on me, but I don't. Oh, fucking A.
I'll say if you try playing some music, that joint probably gonna crash.
Shit, if I don't play some music, it seems like it's gonna crash.
Wow. Yeah, I'm about to bounce anyway, because I'm about to take my ass to bed.
Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I might as well fuck it. Damn.
So I don't know when you gonna go live again, yo.
I'm gonna go on Wednesday, 100%, and early.
Make sure you hit me up, man. Let me know when you're going on.
Yeah.
Send me the joint.
Yeah, definitely. Matter of fact, I'll hit you up tomorrow, and we can go over this like just one-on-one, so I can catch you up with everything. So, because it's a little different, doing it on the live stream than when we're just in the back chat bullshitting. Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna come on. I'll be live Wednesday, peeps. After my upload comes up. Hopefully, I'll be uploading it in the morning. If not, it'll be after work, right before I stream. But yeah, that upload's going to be very important just to get everything out and get all that information to you people. Again, while I can say it, well, let's do the. Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me, bro.
Yeah.
Peace.
Fuck.
I heard that laugh. You still there, yo?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Nope. Nope.
I can hear, like I said, I hear a couple of reeks.
Yeah, this ain't gonna happen. Oh, fucking A, I'm so irritated
bro,
right now.
yo, hit me up.
All right.
I'll holler at you.
Yeah, definitely. Fuck.
It's all good, man. Don't stress. Just get your joint together and then, drop it like it's hot next time around. It'll be all good.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm sorry.
No doubt, bro. Don't be sorry.
Yeah.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah.
Peace out. Everybody have a good night if they can hear me. Y'all have a good night.
Yeah, limited. You'll maybe they'll see it or hear it. All right. Yeah, I'll hit you up.
All right, no doubt, brother, man. Peace.
All right, people. So right now it says I have a signal, but I'm actually watching it drop. As you guys can probably see on the bottom right corner. I don't know why, but Wednesday I'm gonna go live again. Matter of fact, I ain't done talking about this shit, so I may go back on in a little bit just to bullshit. If I do, it's gonna be a normal hangout. It won't be through the OBS, and hopefully we'll get a build going. If you guys, better yet, I'll be over in the Discord area. I'll put the link in the chat right now. I'll be over here building. If you guys want to just jump over there, it won't be record. Oh shit, it's not even the right one. Fuck. Let me see. Sorry guys, this shit got me irritated. All right, here we go. I'm gonna be over here on the Discord. Just if you guys want to stop by, we'll build up on this topic. Because I can't do the OBS thing right now. It's just completely fucking up. Let's see. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys later. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Upload. Good live stream. Not OBS, something else. Peace, fam.
Duke wins. Fatality.
it's all lies. Woke up, I realized that it's all lies. Woke up, I realized that it's all lies. Nowadays, everyone living artificial. I wish the truth would hit you, but you believe what you issue. Punching everything that they give you, it's on your menu. It ain't always beneficial. Yo, remember who against you. They fill the hood with lead, and I ain't talking about no pencil. They wanna poison your mental. What do it take to convince you? Your body is your temple, yo. Knowledge is essential. It's hard to get to college, but not to cop a pistol. The problem's getting worse, and it's probably the system. We all go through that struggle, every color of the prism. You won't make it far with the mentality of a victim. Don't take it to the heart, it's just simple criticism. They selling us the guns to go fund the private prison. Hollywood produce the violence that they show into the children.
Duke wins. Fatality. When you get to hell, tell him Duke sent you. Duke wins. Fatality. When you get to hell, tell him Duke sent you. When you get to hell, tell him Duke sent you. Duke wins. Fatality. Duke wins. Fatality. Duke wins. Fatality. Fatality.
But the quest for peace lies before us. The problem is not the death of one man. The problem is the life of this organization. It will either grow to meet the challenges of our age, or it will be gone with the wind, without influence, without force, without respect. And a test of those only willing to talk, and a test of those willing to act. Such a plan would not bring a world free from conflict and greed, but it would bring a world free from the terrors of mass destruction. It would not usher in
Roughly how much CO2 do human beings put into the air, anthropogenic CO2, on a daily basis? Anyone have an estimate of that? Or annual, whatever numbers.
Between all the nations,
Dr. Calder?
in weather prediction,
The
and eventually
average
in weather
American
control.
puts out something like their own average body weight each day in the form of carbon dioxide. So something like 150 pounds of CO2 per person per day in the United States.
Times 300 million people.
Right, times 365 days a year.
Uh-huh. Mr. Roebuck, did you want to add to that? The reason I ask the question is we are doing geoengineering on a massive scale. I mean, if 100 years ago somebody had said, hey, here's a bright idea, we should promote a plan to put that much carbon into the air, and Dr. Caldera, I commend you for mentioning ocean acidification, 25% of which will go into the oceans, make the oceans 30% more acidic within 50 years, and then continuing on after that to make it so acidic that it reaches levels not seen since the age of the dinosaurs and dissolve coral reefs, shouldn't